You know, there's a hidden dimension to power. It doesn't operate out in the open, but in the quiet spaces of our own psychology. We're about to dig into a core Machiavellian concept, not about brute force, but about the subtle, almost invisible weapon of concealment. And it all starts with one powerful idea.
Just let that sink in for a second. This isn't just a strategy for a battlefield, it's practically a map of our own psychological vulnerabilities. What it's suggesting is that our freedom isn't really lost to some external force. It's given away, little by little, every single time we become an open book. It's a tough question, right? We all like to think our reactions are these authentic, genuine expressions of who we are. But what if they're also just data points? What if every little flicker of emotion is a signal that other people can learn to read, to interpret, and, well, eventually to use?
And that's really the central idea here. Predictability is a vulnerability. When someone knows what makes you happy, what makes you angry, and what makes you afraid, they basically hold the blueprint to your behavior. And the levers they use to control us, they're surprisingly common. They're the classic triggers of human behavior. I mean, think about it. Does the promise of a raise change how you act? Does the fear of losing respect make you just go along with things? Does wanting a higher status make you easy to motivate? These are the strings, just waiting there to be pulled. So, once they know which of those strings to pull, a very subtle but powerful process begins. They don't have to guess anymore. They can literally engineer situations designed to get a very specific response from you.
And this is where it all leads. Your price gets determined. And this isn't just about money. It's the cost of your compliance. It's the exact amount of status or security or validation it takes to get you to do what someone else wants. At that point, you've become a solved equation.
So, this brings us to the archetype of this whole strategy, the unreadable operator. Now, this isn't just someone who's secretive. No, it's a person who operates from a place of real strategic depth, because they understand that their greatest source of strength is in what they don't reveal.
But let's go a little deeper here. The danger isn't just about being manipulated in a negotiation or something. The real danger is way more insidious. It's the slow construction of a cage you might not even realize is being built around you. And the process is so methodical, it's almost scientific. First, it's observation. They study you, they map your patterns. Then comes the calculation. They find your price, they test your limits. And finally, construction. A whole system is engineered around you, a reality tailored specifically to your psychological profile. And this is the absolute crucial point. The cage isn't external. It's woven from the threads of your own unexamined emotional patterns. It's a feedback loop that you're unknowingly a part of, where the walls are made of your own reactions. This contrast really shows the two paths in front of us. On one side, you've got the caged self, predictable, emotionally dependent on others, and super easy to price. But on the other side, there's the free self, operating from a place of emotional independence. They have what you might call an unreadable ceiling, an emotional limit that other people just can't seem to find, and that is what makes them, strategically speaking, uncontrollable. So, how do you break free? It's really tempting to think the answer is to just start acting erratically, to put on this mask of unpredictability. But that's just another performance, another pattern that sooner or later can be figured out. The real work, it's internal. It's about detaching your sense of self-worth and your emotional state from all those external triggers. It's about getting to a place where you no longer need that validation or fear that criticism with the same kind of intensity.
And this right here is a profound shift in perspective. Real status isn't about the job title or the money. It's the quiet power of a person who is their own emotional center of gravity. That self-possession is magnetic, and it's what others perceive as true strength. Think about it. If they don't know how far they have to push you to get a reaction, if they have no idea what it takes to break your calm, then they have no materials to build with. Your inner world stays your own sovereign territory.
So really, we end up at a totally new definition. Unreadability isn't a performance. It's the authentic, natural result of self-mastery. It's the calm that comes from knowing, deep down, that you are not a puppet to praise or to fear. So I'll leave you with this question to mull over. In a world that is constantly demanding that we share and label and define ourselves, what kind of freedom lies in holding something back? What power is there, not in being a mystery to others, but maybe in becoming more deeply and quietly known to yourself?